What up? How's it going? Sorry, I just got done eating some Skittles. Unprofessional than a motherfucker. Yep. Fuck the Waterfords. Let's get that out the way. Cussing in the intro. We're off to a good start. But also, we got to get these kids across that border. How is this going to take place? And what the hell will the fallout be from that? Because how, like, look at what happened from one child being taken from a bunch of important people. But what's going to happen when a bunch of kids get taken from a bunch of important people? And we still ain't even got back to Hannah because we don't know where she's at currently. So, hey, let's go ahead and get this started. Shit's about to go down. Oh, yeah, it is. Look at that poppy seed, bran. Probably got some blueberry in there.
52.
Banana nut.
Martha's
Skittles.
and Handmaids are offering to help me get 52 kids out.
52. Oh, shit.
52 kids.
Ray Lewis number.
And 10 seats. How does that math work? Moira would tell me I need to keep my fucking shit together.
Eleanor.
Oh, shit.
You don't want to be a murderer. You don't want to live like that.
You were raped because of him.
Him! I know you want to kill him.
And it is because of him.
I would like to kill him too, but we can't always just do what we want.
It's all his fault.
No,
It is.
It's not.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
It's your fault too.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's right.
You could have done something.
You could have done something. You could have killed him early on.
Could've
Poisoned
done
his tea or some shit.
Well, I'm doing something now.
Yep. And it's too late.
I need him now.
Will it make it better?
Yes. Help me make it mean something. I found those kids that can help you leave. I also found the Marthas who were willing to help. More than I expected.
How many?
52.
I'm sorry.
52 kids that you are gonna help save from this shitty place you created.
You know how insane you sound right now? Part of the equation we overlooked, mental health, obviously.
Mental health, these nuts. Sorry.
You owe me. Wouldn't it be funny if you actually turned out to be a hero?
Wouldn't it?
Oh. Is something gonna happen to them or not?
How close are you to bringing her back?
We're closer than ever. It's hard to get governments to agree, so we're taking a more personal approach. This negotiation ought to do it.
Do they really think that guy's gonna help them? Like, what are y'all gonna get him?
And you're sure that this is the best thing for Nicole?
She doesn't care about Nicole. She's a weirdo that only cares about herself.
Thank you for loving Nicole so much. May the Lord bless you and keep you.
If they go to Canada, may they please get tortured for information. Please? Please. There better be some waterboarding going on in this motherfucker.
May the Lord bless our endeavor.
Amen.
You're here.
Who?
Just answer their questions. Don't ask any, don't say anything extra.
Are you working on a plan to get kids out?
Yes.
Who asked you to do that?
No one.
So it's your idea.
Yes. Dumb idea.
You didn't even ask.
I don't need permission.
We could poison you. Dump your body in the river, make it look like a suicide, and no one would know.
Fine, I'll ask. Will you grant me permission to rescue 52 kids from a lifetime of salvaging, torture, and rape?
No one's going to help you.
They already agreed.
They answer to us.
My commander will provide the vehicles to get them out.
Lawrence.
He's done it before.
We did it before. You didn't do a thing. You jumped onto a train that was already moving, and now you're Che fucking Guevara.
That's a fact.
Why would you ever prevent these kids from having a better life?
I vouch for her.
There's a shipment scheduled to fly in next week. Billy's helping us unload.
And we'll wait until after the shipment.
We will not interfere with your plans.
We can't risk a security crackdown.
There won't be one.
How?
The Marthas who've agreed to help you are doing it on their own. If this goes sideways, their blood is on you. We will not help you or offer protection. We will not stand in your way.
I'm proud of you for keeping your head. Mr. Twello didn't know who he was dealing with.
He
The
knew exactly
Americans
who he was
have
dealing
always
with.
underestimated our devotion to the cause.
I'm just sorry he pulled you into this.
They think we're as weak as they are. We've returned the world to its natural state.
Something to be proud of. You should have a turn. Driving. I won't see another soul for miles.
Sorry.
Blessed day, Commander Lawrence. To whom shall I place the call?
Nobody knows they're gone. We've still got time.
A day, two?
We have time to make a plan.
It's over. I'll end up at Jezebel's again, if I'm lucky.
The Martha shipment. Can you help me talk to Billy?
Are you insane?
Why can't we just get the kids on the plane?
I never should have vouched for you. This house was a hell of a lot safer before you got here. What do you want?
I'm scared. Get out. Go, both of you.
Did they at least let the black people in Gilead jazz it up a little bit? Do they at least let them do some runs or something like that? Could you imagine Aunt Lydia? She just smacked one up. No runs.
Do you remember us in our little apartment above the bakery?
I kept you in a steady supply of chocolate croissants.
You were trying to fatten me up. I wrote my first book there.
You were a good writer.
How could you take that away from me?
I didn't realize how much this would cost you.
Do you ever imagine what our lives would have been like?
I suppose I'd still be in marketing. You'd be a television pundit. I quit my job to manage your career. I'd be the man behind the woman.
You would get resentful. And then we would get a divorce. And then you'd find a fertile woman and marry her.
I don't think so.
Really?
More likely, you'd leave me for a man more capable of giving you a child. Why couldn't we retire to a town like this or this very one? I don't know. We could give up our place in line.
You love DC. We worked so hard with the Winslows.
I don't give a damn about the Winslows.
Carl and Harriet?
I don't want to miss watching our daughter grow up. Her first steps.
It's not you.
She is going to grow up to be just like you.
It's a madhouse. This is bizarre. It's bizarre.
Come.
That's right. On that twin size. You're like, really? We gonna do something nasty? Yes. Now, what if by chance she gets pregnant? Then what? She was like, damn, we did all this just to get this baby back, and I don't even need it no more.
What are you doing back?
I had an attack of conscience.
Bullshit. You promised you would help me.
Why is she saying stuff like that? What does a promise mean there?
I should have known you were a fucking liar.
Yes!
You should have known that my wife is more important to me than you are. You need new authorizations for the checkpoints in the new territories. I don't have them. I do not think that is a clerical oversight. It's just a matter of time.
Keep your fucking shit together.
I will do what I can to keep you from the worst of it.
What's the worst of it?
The colonies, Jezebel's. I'll try to find you a kind commander.
Are you Billy?
You're new.
I hear you have access to a cargo plane.
You want to ride?
Not for me, for Ben. And a commander and his wife. And 52 children. You get him and his wife on that plane, he'll give you the art. Just need you to keep it on the ground.
No fucking way.
24 hours is all we need.
20 minutes, if you're lucky.
So you'll do it?
No.
You'll think about it.
No.
All of the art. Billy.
Joseph.
Oh, that guy.
He likes me to come here and then tell him what happens. You all seem to have your kinks.
Why don't we give you something to tell him?
I'm not here. No more to you than a bee is to.
Wait, what? Yo, she yapping this motherfucker. She yapping the shit out of him. Out of his misery. Out of his misery. Bye. Let's go.
My children.
Fuck your children. Fuck them kids. Bye. That was invigorating. Yeah. She killed the creep. That man is mad high ranking. I was not expecting it. Like, even while I was sitting there in shock, she's poking him, and then he starts dying, and I realized, oh no, she yapping the fuck out of him. Like I thought when she was stabbing him with the pen, it was gonna be some flesh wound shit. She was yapping. Oh shit.
Housekeeping.
The Martha gonna lose her shit or hell, one or the other.
Hey. Hi. There's a service elevator at the end of the hall on the left. They grabbed me in Chicago. I saw you at the cages. You saved me.
Oh, she was one of the ones she saved.
Godspeed.
If I'm Lawrence, I would be freaking out. Like high-pitched freaking out. What the fuck are we gonna do? Man, I hope he show up with some handcuffs to that motherfucker. I'll lose my shit.
Commander, this is Waterford.
Mr. Torello?
I have a safe place we can talk up ahead. Follow me.
Yeah, it's safe, all right.
How well do you know him? Do you trust him?
Please say yes.
Yes.
Oh, God, yes.
Where are we? This is not just up ahead.
Boy, when them ghillie suits hop out.
You call this just up ahead?
Yep.
Where the hell are we?
Commander Waterford, you have now crossed into Canada.
Yep.
What the hell's going on? Get in the
Canada,
car.
we are
Get in the car
arresting
with
you
me.
for war crimes and crimes of aggression in violation of international human rights treaties.
Let's go.
And international law.
Let's go. Like I said, when them ghillie suits come out,
You can't
wasn't
hold
no
us.
ghillies, but hey,
Get your
I knew
hands
somebody
off
was
her.
popping out.
Fred, just do what they say.
Fuck you
While
and
you
her,
will be
Fred.
held in custody in Canada, you may ultimately be
This is a
transferred.
joke.
You may be transferred to the jurisdiction of the International Criminal Court.
Wait.
You have been charged with war crimes, the persecution and torture of civilians, cruel and inhuman treatment, kidnapping, slavery, and rape.
Serena and Fred really are some stupid bitches. Were they trying to push us to the edge where I'm like, why the fuck are you showing me this? So we can get that payoff? I'll accept it. Because they can't control their urges on a stupid ass system that they set up that was all about controlling your urges. That's how you know the whole system fake and built on fake, faulty horseshit. It was never about controlling your urges. It's about controlling women and their bodies, and then also controlling the masses Oh, we're gonna make sure you stay married and shit like that. Like, fuck out of here, man.
They'll be coming for us.
First, let me start by saying don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell. Shout out to all the new viewers. Shout out to all the subscribers. And I have a Patreon with full-length early reactions to things like this. If you'd like to, check it out. Look, there's a point in this where I say, by the end of this season, I may just have admiration for the season. I may not like it. It may not be something I'm eager to watch again, but I'll have some admiration. Because I believe I said this in previous episodes. Remember in season 4 how we feel about Walt on Breaking Bad. But the payoff is like, okay? It's like, oh, that's what I'm talking about, okay? With this one, I'm like, they're doing their own version of that. Has nothing to do with that show or nothing like that. What I'm talking about is how they make me feel about the situation. I'm having these thoughts in my mind, like, why are we seeing this? Why are certain people doing this? I don't need to see their motivations. I'm done with them. Remember, I'm going in on fucking Fred and Serena. Why we still? What the fuck was the point of that scene? They putting their face together and all that. I don't give a. We've seen enough of that. I don't care about that. We get their motivations, all that. Them talking about the past and, well, maybe we should have done blah blah blah. Now I will say this: as somebody who watches TV, I should have known what was coming up. Because when we start seeing more and more of people, generally they about to get off or something big is about to take place. But I just didn't see it until I saw it. When he drove up, I'm like, yo, why don't he just handcuff them? Because I just assumed they were already in Canada. But then when he was driving them, I'm like, oh, he's taking them into Canada. And the fact that they so stupid, they followed him. We talking about hubris. There's this thing where it's like, yo, the nerve of them. The nerve of them. You see the way they move? Forget the Gilead thing. Look at how they move in relation to Gilead. They act like they're outside of the entire system, which all of them do. We're going to get to how trash Gilead is as a system of government and all that. We're going to talk about that. But look at them. He letting her drive and she talking about the past and y'all still a part of this, right? Y'all still in this, right? No? So it's only been a few short years and you're already second guessing this horseshit system? You already talking bad about the leadership? Y'all not as down for the cause as y'all think y'all are. And they're not smart. We've known Fred and her are not smart. They just the least stupid in a group full of stupid people. Like they're the least stupid in a group full of stupid people. So they're able to work their way up and all that. Okay, boom. But I mean, dog, he says, hey, we going up there. You ever done that before? You ever seen anyone do that before? Have you, do you think that's wise? Do you have any sort of intuition? They was driving for like an hour and a fucking half. He drove them into Canada. I hate them. And so this is where it hit me. I'm like, oh, this is where it became admirable. They knew what they were doing with the viewer. If you made it through, you were going to get a type of reward. And for them to get locked up, I was like, yo, torture, waterboard them. I'm joking. But, yo, now, here's the thing. They were still in a motherfucking forest talking about, we're going to get our child back. And they're doing all of this to get this child. These are stupid people. These are whack people. These are crazy people. They lame than a motherfucker. And I'm glad what happened to them happened to them. You know why? Because it just had them looking goofy than a motherfucker. Look at them. Look at these stupid bitches. Look at Fred and Serena looking like stupid bitches. We got to another part. Remember, I've said earlier, when we gonna see more about the Marthas and this whole Martha, like this Martha Underground, right? Like, we saw it in action and that was it. We saw it in action, but it was all about June in that situation, really. But then it comes back around to it because she brings up the situation and she was like, no. We got you out. on a train that was already going. Don't get it twisted, right? And I like that we saw, oh, there's a hierarchy. And they move in silence. And they don't play that. When I saw them, the first moment I saw them, I'm like, oh, you can tell they seen some shit, been through some shit, and they don't play that shit. And if if they felt right then and there, I feel that group right there, had June been like, nah, fuck that. And she tried to be like, nah, I'm gonna do it. I don't need y'all blessing enough. They would have killed her right there. I swear to God. And went and hid the body. And we know how good they are at that, right? Because once again, we get to see that at the end of the episode. So I'm like, okay. So going forward, hopefully we see that. When the commander and his wife leave, I'm like, oh, of course. Because she's just getting beat down. And then he comes back and he tells her like, hey, I'm trapped. You got to have even some crazier clearances. By the way, this dude was like up there at the top. They revered him. They come to his house to talk about the plans. But they know. And if Fred put that into the leadership's mind, we got to watch out for this one. Look, his house is out of order if he can't control his house. So now it's like that. Now here goes my thing. To have all that take place and June end up in a position where we get to see her exercise her fury. What it was very much, very brutal. It was like the only way she would have got out of that is she could grab something and stab the shit out of him. The only way. And so when I saw that, I'm like, oh, so that's where we going. I was witnessing my face because I kept looking. All right, so I see my face there. I don't know how I looked once I realized that he was being killed. All I know is that I lost it. And the reason I lost it is because the way it played out was her talking herself through it. She's like, I've done this before. She found herself in a situation where, damn, she came there, she did the thing with Billy, gave him the art and all that. Well, offered up the art, and it's still a maybe, which that's the closest you're going to get to a yes. All right, so, boom. She gets taken up there by that high-ranking dude, and it's like, oh, fuck. But she's talking herself through this. Been here before, and then she gets to that last line, and you're almost lulled into her mindset. So you're hearing it, and you're like, yeah, once again, because she's been beaten down. She's been going through this whole time that we think, oh, it's about to happen again. And I was just at the point where I was about to say, they're really doing this again. And I was about to do that thing where I have to kind of like laugh and joke over the scene because it's like, again, with the brutalization. There's brutality in this, but it was done in a way that shows her saving herself. She grabs a pen and she yaps him. Bow. I'm thinking like, it ain't go that deep, like a flesh thing. She keeps yapping him. Bow, bow. And then I see him stumble, and I'm like, oh, then she ends up on his side, and she's hitting his lungs up. Blah, blah. She hitting up his side, like, I'm like, oh, shit. While it was happening, I was not expecting that to go. So here goes my thing. It's not that she took a life. It's that she did it to that guy. It's that once again, she found herself in that situation, and it was a no more. But it wasn't a thing of, I have to have this deep monologue that says, no more, this will not happen. It was this thing where it was very much going through the paces. Nah, bah. You feel me? You get what I'm saying? And so I appreciated that because this episode may have been the episode that was going to get me to that point where it's like, I'm done with this. From the thing with Fred and Serena, it's like, ugh. Then the thing where I'm looking at June in that situation again, and it's like, okay. But we see that. And then for it to come back around, the Martha that she saved, that had come from Chicago, that he said, hey, choose. And she chose. And that woman, like, helped her, cleaned up everything. And the Marthas, you know how they get down. The people who keep things running that you can't do shit without, that there's a high number of, that's the most dangerous, right? Like, it's like, yeah, you think you got them under control, but It's way more them than y'all. And also, y'all need them to keep things going. So they're coming and going. They have to communicate with people and so they've gotten really good at stuff. Like one of the dopest things is when the head of the Marthas are talking and then they're done and they just 4 separate directions. They just out. I'm like, yeah. They play no games. This is different, man. I'm looking at the thumbnail for the next one and I wonder what's going to happen with Eleanor. I wonder if she's going to lose her life because I feel like one of them or both of them are going to lose their life. The commander and his wife, or just one of them. It's one of those things where he definitely deserves it, but also because she was with him, that thing that June said was where it was like, yo, you could have done something about it. It's like, yeah, nah. She really could. Like, dog, he's the mastermind of this. She does that. At the very least, these people lose the war. Or at the very least, this thing goes down in shambles because they wasn't ready for after they won. Right? So, but the thing is, I'm not blaming her for this at all. I'm blaming him. But I wonder if she's going to blame herself. I can see it being a, murder-suicide thing. I've been thinking that's going to happen. Like, I thought it was going to happen this episode, to tell you the truth. Hey, man, dang, I've been talking 15 minutes. This is a good episode. And like I said, it's almost admirable that they went this far with it to the point where I hate everything so much, I'm starting to hate the show. And it's like, okay, we got that guy at the top. He's out of here. And Serena and Fred, get them the fuck, in Canada. Get they dumb ass up there. All right? Next episode.